Do you want to know how to spot a good deal on BizBuySell? In today's video, I'm going to do a walkthrough step by step on how I go about analyzing deals on BizBuySell. Let's get to it! Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am your host, Leo Landaverde, business broker and commercial lender helping you buy and scale a profitable business. If you are a small business owner looking to increase your wealth by buying a profitable business, or a W-2 employee or corporate executive looking to leave the rat race behind by buying a profitable business, you are in the right place. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell and you'll be notified every Thursday when new videos come out.
Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video on how I go about whenever I'm coaching students, or in general, if I'm looking at deals, how I go about looking at deals and evaluate deals really quick, step by step. So this is going to be a quick video, shouldn't be too long, but what I want to do is I want to show you the criteria. So I'm in California. This right here, this section right here, it's how do you do some quick filters. So normally is you start backwards. You start how much multiple of cash flows, what is the most business I can afford, and go from there. So in this particular industry, just for illustration purposes, I have to select the service businesses in California, and I want, real estate. There's no real estate or asset sales involved, but there's established businesses 54, right? Just select all categories. And the range is, you want to start with, you want to put a range of purchase price anywhere from 750 to 2 million. Okay. And I want to see what comes up, and I'm actually doing it with a minimum of cash flow of 300,000. Why 300,000? Well, if you're in a position that you can actually leverage up to $1 million business, which means that for illustration purposes, you have $100,000 to commit for an equity down payment or equity injection, then naturally 300,000 times 3 give you somewhere in the neighborhood of $900,000 purchase price, give and take 3 to 3.5 times multiples of seller discretionary earnings. So that's why this is here. So so once we have that, and then I usually sort them by price from highest price to low. And you can quickly, and you can do this with any industry you're looking at, when you're looking at those parameters, because you know what you're looking at, which means that you're looking for optimally no more than 3 times cash flow. And if you did that, you're going to have a very, very good chance of having a debt service coverage ratio passing test with the bank. So I'm doing this along with you guys. So I'm going to look at quickly 54 businesses. So absentee opportunity, success, established dental lab, great. Well, if you have that kind of experience, let me see if anything perks up my eye. Licensed security systems company. I'm always looking for recession-proof businesses with a strong cash performance. Turnkey California licensed security system company is a highly profitable turnkey. Okay, so if you do quick math, you divide the $2 million purchase price into the $775,000 worth of cash flow, supposedly, give and take, I'm making an adjustment calls on the cash flow right now, and just this is what they said. This is what they tell me. So what I'm going to do is, you just want to take a deeper look into this deal. Turnkey, I like turnkey. I'm looking for businesses that can eventually be absentee or semi-absentee. If that's what you're looking for, you don't want to buy yourself a job. You want an income stream. You can tell that Rodney is sort of the business broker with Transworld. I know Transworld advisors very well. So it's telling me, right, there's not a whole lot here. We don't know whether the cash flow is EBITDA or adjusted EBITDA or seller discretionary earnings. All we know is very good cash flow. All right. So I'm going to take it on face value and believe that is true. So I'm looking at a highly profitable turnkey licensed niche security system company. Could be just what you're looking for. It's ideal for an acquisition, a security company. Since 2002, this is a plus. Longevity. We're looking at 21 years in business. Central San Joaquin Valley, with the ability to outsource labor. This one-man show, one guy with a $2 million, you know what we don't know here? We don't know whether what the revenue is. So that's a red flag. We should at least know what the revenue is. If the revenue is not listed, why is it not listed? Well, let's keep reading. This company has well-established brand stability with Fortune 1000 clients. That's good. Repeat customers, even better. Have relied on superlative customer service, on-site troubleshooting, consistent revenue, even though there's a pandemic. That's good. Consistent revenue. You're looking for consistent revenue. Okay. I am already thinking, well, okay, there's consistent revenue. What is the customer concentration? The top customer, how much of the revenue do they produce? But of course, we don't know what the revenue is yet. So what sets this business apart from other security system providers is the current licensing and knowledge of the other importance of not surveillance, but the ability to prevent security flaws. Okay, that's good. I'm aware. I have worked with security system companies, and they tend to do very well. Some of them get into government contracts. They can be very, very profitable. You're going to need licenses for this C7 and C10. C10 is an electrical contractor's license. So appears to be lucrative. I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't give you the revenue. You're going to need to have licenses. There's not a whole lot goes on. There's not a whole lot more that is telling you, other than that you have to request, you fill out a form and you have to request, probably sign an NDA, and they will release the stuff for you. Now, I know that Transworld does a pretty good job with their CIMs or their CBRs, their customer information memorandums or their confidential business reviews. There is seller financing available. So I am usually skeptical of seller financing. And what I normally go to is on seller financing is what is wrong with the business and why is it not pre-approved by an SBA lender. If a business is pre-approved by an SBA lender, tells me that their tax returns are going to be very compliant and are going to evidence, they're going to show proof of the net income. But if they're non-present, then seller financing becomes an option. So so there's a lot more questions. But on a cursory view, this is something that is worth pursuing, at least learning a little more. 775,000, that's pretty awesome. So there's some good things, some bad things. Let's look at another deal. So commercial solar company, high gross profits, fire protection service business, SBA pre-qualified, FedEx routes, newer fleet. Okay, so I like the fact that it's SBA pre-qualified or pre-approved. I know FedEx routes are in, a lot of lenders are actually getting out of that industry niche because it's kind of a single point of failure. If FedEx stops doing business with you and then you're one customer, then you're out of business. And that's what a lot of lenders are getting out. So freebie, FedEx routes are just not worth their salt.
Stuck in trying to figure out how to buy a business, kind of how to figure out what is the best cash flow post-debt service, knowing if you're actually going to qualify for an SBA loan, if you have the right management experience, and many other questions you're probably wondering. Well, I'm here to help. I would like to schedule a time for you and I to get together to see if it makes sense for us to work together. All you have to do is reach out to me directly. My email address is in the description section of this video down below, or you can just drop me a comment below and let's begin the chat. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Let me help you with your acquisition journey.
Bay Area Tree and Spray Care Company. Now, this is a solid. This business is anything that services the home. It's a good business. So let's dive a little deeper. So Santa Clara County, they're asking 1.8 million. There is the revenue, just shy of 1.7. Their cash flow is 700,000. So if you take say 1.8 million and you divide that into 700,000, that'll yield 2.57, right in the sweet spot as far as properly priced. Furniture, fixtures, and equipment of 427. This is a sizable asset, probably fully, a lot of pretty depreciated, but really this is good to know that you have some arsenal, right? So let's read on. Well-established, highly profitable position for growth, good. Perfect acquisition for a competing tree care company wishing to expand due to strong revenues. Yep, 1.6 is pretty good. Well-managed expenses, ownership, taking a large salary. This long-lasting tree and spray service produce an exceptional cash flow of 700,000 plus in 2022, as well as position for increased growth and even higher cash flow. It has built on an excellent reputation for detailed and skilled work while servicing customers from the South Bay through the Mid-Peninsula. So this is a local business. Their large customer base, oh, I like that. It's evenly split between commercial and residential. That is great. With very little advertising expenses. Nearly all new customers are word of mouth. That is fantastic. That is really good. I really like it that, some of the story makes sense. Tree service companies notoriously for not, they're just word of mouth advertising. If a professional marketer comes in and buys this business, it's really the sky's the limit. So other than the ownership, there are full-time employees. That's good. There's 2 crews and 2 crew leaders. Okay, 5 of these employees have 10 years plus. Now, even though it doesn't say how long it's been in business, 5 of the employees have been around for 10 years. That's really good. Buyer will need to obtain a license for, okay, so you're going to need licenses, of course, or hire somebody with a license, okay, pest control, including assistant buyer. Office and storage area leases are month to month, so you can be negotiated for a possible longer term. Assets with market value. Well, I don't know what they mean by market value. It really depends on the depreciation schedule. And we wouldn't really buy them based on that because they're incidental to the purchase of the cash flow. So, fine. Financing cash preferred. Well, has this been pre-approved on SBA lender? No. So it's worth pursuing. Now, ideally, when you request, when you sign the NDA, I would suspect that the CIM or the marketing materials are going to give you a sort of a snapshot of the tax returns. I know we do on our side. When we present them, we want to give the buyer the opportunity to look at a summary of the tax returns for the last 3 trailing years and the interim. So, but yeah, I mean, I think this is a really good business pursuing. So that's kind of what I look at. Let's look at one more. FedEx routes, okay. Home-based care, all the disabled. This business, I've been involved 20 years ago in non-medical in-home care. This is a really good business, except what happens when the next pandemic comes and that you're not able to function. This business will not do well under those circumstances because of the close proximity with the seniors. More UPS stores can be good. Highly profitable catering. I've seen quite a few of these already. Now, I did look at this similar one a few days ago on behalf of somebody else. Let me take a closer look. So they're asking 1.5 million, and the cash flow is 1.5 million, and the revenue is 2 million. Well, wow. This is essentially a little over 1.25 times cash flow. That is fantastic. But what's wrong with this? Something doesn't seem right. It's just too good to be true. If it is too good to be true, maybe it's too good to be true. FF&E is 150, not bad. I think it's worth pursuing. I mean, here's the thing: when you're looking at businesses, if you're running this by a lender, if you've been pre-approved by a lender, and if you're one of my students, if you have worked with me before, you know that I would like everyone to be pre-approved yourself, to have been vetted by a lender to make sure that your experience is not going to be an issue when you're trying to buy a catering or restaurant, because they're going to really want to care about the experience that you have or your partners have. But it's definitely worth pursuing. One more. RV service and parts service. Okay, this RV service and this is basically a growing industry. More and more people are on the road camping. Commercial landscaping with monthly recurring revenue. Let's take a look at that. It'll be the last one we look at. Asking price 1.4, cash flow is 474. So let's divide 1.4 into 475,000. That's 2.94, just shy of our limit, represented by a broker. 20 years, that's very good. Commercial landscape, I'm looking for what I'm looking for, the recurring. impressive client base, Bay Area to the Central Valley, no residential clients. Okay, a lot of lenders are having issues with the residential portion of a business. I know it's happening a lot in construction. So the fact that they have no residential clients, wow, it's all commercial. It's even more resistant to change. Commercial clients tend to stick around longer. They're not as fickle as residential are. 2/3 of the business comes from recurring. 2/3 of the business comes from recurring revenue agreements. That is gold. 40 W-2 employees. I wonder what the payroll is. Gross revenue of $3 million. So if you take the 475,000 divided into the 3,218,317, that gives us 14% net income. Not bad. Could be a little better. Q1 23 looks even better than advertised. The numbers to the clients who came on board in 2022 did not contribute to the full year. Q1 revenue of 960,000. That is awesome. Wow. Times 4, we're looking at about 3.67. This is definitely a business worth pursuing. Seller financing available. Okay, proceed with caution. Hopefully that gives you an idea, guys, as to what to expect. So this is, I know you guys ask me a lot to do analysis, so hopefully this helps you. Please comment below. Let me know what you think.
Limited time, I'm giving away my cash flow calculator, a tool that I actually refer to in every video to actually calculate all the things that we talked about earlier. Also, I'm giving you away my buyer's checklist. It's a 5-page checklist of everything you're gonna need to know, coming from brokers, from the buy side, from the sell side, from the lenders, from the borrowers, etc. Everything you need to know to get a deal from A through Z, from buying to actually acquiring the business. It's all for you to have, and it's my gift to you for subscribing to my channel. All you have to do is click on the link below and you will download both of them. Thank you so much.